Okay guys, I'm right here at Queen Esther Orphanage Home. So these are the kids, as you can see. So let me take you around. So as you can see, the kids are all looking well. This is Mrs. Queen Esther. Look at her. This one. Let me say hi to the camera. Say hi to the camera. So I'll still interview her so you guys will see her. So she will tell us about how she came up about the orphanage home and everything. Fine boy, what's her name? Isaiah, big boy. Why you so? Have you eaten? If not, have you eaten your food? Hope you're okay. Do you still need other food? Are you sure you're okay? Okay. Right, big boy. Fine girl, what's your name?
Dorothy. Is that Dorothy? She's smiling. Let me guess again. Paul. Is that here, Paul? Yes. Who else?
Let's see.
Doris. That's Doris. Is that Blessing?
Yes.
Okay, ma, can you please tell us briefly about your foundation? The name of your foundation, how it started and everything, how it has been going?
Well, the foundation started 22 years ago. And this 22 years ago, we've been working among orphans, children, and the widows, the HIV/AIDS, the malaria, and the tuberculosis. And during these years, we used to go from school, look for the children that have no parents and they cannot afford their school fees and uniform. We reach out to them. We also visit some orphanages to assist them wherever they need our assistance. Some 4 or 5 years ago, we decided to have a home like this because there are some children we have that don't have home and we find it very difficult to reach out to them. And so as we have a home, up till now, most of the children we wanted to bring them to the home are not here because we now discover that there are some children that have been affected by crisis. Some of them, their parents are being butchered, no mother, no father, and it became very difficult for them to survive. So we decided to carry them and take care of them. Many of them are in school, some of them are finished just junior YF, some of them are still nursery and primary school, and we are still taking care of them, making sure that they are feeding very well, they are clothing, they have the area where they are accommodation, we have accommodation for them, and the rest of it. Most of these children, when the government insisted that people should come, who brought them to be coming every month, they find it very difficult because they cannot afford. Because most of these children, it is their relatives. And the relatives are not even in their home because the bandits are sending them away. So to get transport and come, it became a problem. So we do all needed to be done for these children. We also have some children that the parents brought to us, they cannot take care of them, and so they are here with us. We are doing our best to help them. We have some few children like that they don't have parents at all. We are taking care of them.
Okay ma, I've actually heard everything you said. So have you been able to get support like so far? Have you been, how is the support like? Have people been coming to support you financially, like getting foodstuffs and all of that, like basic things you need in your to cater for?
Actually, the area of support has not been so frequented, though we thank God He's been so faithful. We have never go hunger one day, but it has not been so encouraging, more especially in the area of finance. We want to have money to pay school fees and to do other things. We want to have money to maybe pay staff. It's always very difficult.
So ma, in the aspect of the school, is it that it's all the kids here? Do you have a school here they attend, or each of them they have a separate schools they attend? Like
we have about 5 different schools our children attend. Before they were in government school, many of them, But we discovered that they were not getting anything because the population is much. So we decided to take them some private schools. We all have in mind of starting a school here for the little kids, but finance has been a problem to us.
So for the average child you have here, how much do you pay for per term for their school fees?
Now it is 10,500 naira we pay per child.
So in the total in your orphanage now, like how many kids do you have?
We have 35 kids.
Wow, that's good. So I want you to tell the viewers that like what inspired you to set up this foundation?
Actually, I was what inspired me is that I was not an orphan initially, but I was treated as one.
Wow.
Because my parents took me to my uncle as if I was abandoned. So I grew up as in fact, some orphans, their life was better than my own. I can say I did not see what is called bedroom sleeper for my life until when I was like 14 years. And I had to hop to save granite on my head in order to be able to go to school. Until somebody somewhere picked me up and trained me. I didn't know he didn't come from my place. And so I say in my mind that if I grew up, I will also be an instrumental to help other children who are passing through what I have passed through. And that is my vision.
Wow. So when you started this foundation, where were you actually getting the kids? Because you mentioned earlier, you say most times kids they are abandoned. Sometimes you go to schools, you pick up kids from there. So like, is it that most times currently now you're in Abuja, in Kabusa to be precise. Like how many kids have you gotten from this environment so far?
Well, we are getting like 4. Yes.
Okay. And these 4 kids, is it that they were abandoned or without parents? Like how did you came up about it?
The 2 were abandoned.
Okay.
Or 3 ladder.
Homeless basically.
Were abandoned. And 2 is 5. And 2 were not abandoned, but as if they were abandoned because after the mother giving one to us, or one of them is the father bringing it to us, we call him until they refuse to sue up. Even when the government say that if you never, the people never come to see their children, the government will take it to be their own. We told them whatever happened, the government say we take them. They refuse to come. So we look at them as they are also abandoned, though in the home. One of them said that she cannot take care of the child. That the person that pregnanted her ran away, and she can't take care of the child. She's from Imo State, and we took her, we took the child. Since after receiving that child, we've been calling her, begging her for over 2 years now.
She hasn't showed up yet.
No. The child is doing well in school. I think I can ask my secretary to do that.
Okay, secretary, please come. I'd like to hear from you. So she's the one taking care of the affairs and everything here. Secretary, please come. So what's your name?
I'm Helen.
Okay. So you are the secretary here, right?
Yes.
So can you please tell us briefly about this Queen Esther Foundation, right? Yeah. So
Queen Esther Orphanage Home here, like my boss already said, right? Presently we have 35 children in the home.
wow.
And aside from the 35 children, because of the home, where the home is located, we are surrounded with a lot of less privileged people. We are also surrounded with widows, with abandoned mothers, just like the case of a child that she was telling you earlier. The woman came with this child. When you see this one, you know that things are never easy with her. Even whenever she bring him here, pleading with the home to take over the child, you see the way the child will mess up the office and everything. So such women around the environment, what we do is that once in a while, as God bring individual people to reach out to the children, we try to set aside little and we give to them as well, to be a kind of contribution to them.
So in the aspects of the food, how do you go about it? Like catching for, because Mommy said you have about 35 kids now, currently, in this your orphanage home. Yes. So how do you cater for the kids? Is it from the visitors or like in their own aspect, how the role you play? And
yes, as it is now, just like you yourself is here with some things to bless the children. With the help of some individuals and good people in Nigeria, we have been able to do that, and even the founder too shall be making her little contributions to make sure that we meet the children's needs.
Okay. So is there anything you would like to tell the Nigerians out there or people abroad? Like, is there anything you need to take this your orphanage? Because I can see you've actually done a great work here. Everything is very neat. And do you in any aspect of support, what would you just tell us in 5 years time what you are looking at to take this orphanage home to?
Wow. One of the major things we are looking at is a permanent home, because this place where we are now, we are residing presently, is just like a temporary shelter. Okay. So if they can help us with a permanent home, it will be fine. Also, those that can support us with cash because of the children's school fees, just like she told you, there is no any NGO that is supporting these children for their school fees. It's just from the little we are getting from individual that we are doing that. If we can get some people that will support with school fees, food items as well, like rice, maize, every other thing that pertaining food, toiletries, and beverages, all these things, they are things that the home needs.
Wow. Okay, thank you so much, ma.
Thank you.
Back to you, sorry, ma. Back to you, ma. So, ma, what advice do you have for viewers out there, people maltreating kids, orphanage children? What advice do you have for them, generally, ma?
Taking care of children is from God. When you don't have that passion, you can look at it as business. So I want to say that people should know that all is not about money. People should know that all is not about material things. But we have a God.
So in case you want to support with Esther Orphanage Home, the account number will be placed on this video. You get to see it, and her phone number also will be included in this video. So you can call her. I'm right here in Abuja. This is Abuja, Kabusa, Abuja. To precise. You can go to Google and you type Queen Esther Orphanage Home and you see the address. So if you are in Abuja, any part of the world you can actually reach out to her. So this is Queen Esther again. So mommy, say bye to the camera. Mommy, you are doing a great job. God will bless you. God will take you to places greater heights, man. This foundation is started. I pray God will take this foundation to a level you didn't expect. God bless you, man. And God bless you all. So what do you have to say to the viewers?
Thank you, Lord. God bless you all. He shall bless you all.
Amen, amen. Okay, sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down.